We're talking about the 1976 D. Lincoln penny, yes, a humble 1-cent coin that could be worth $6 million. That's right. A penny that could buy you a mansion, a Ferrari, and still leave you with enough change for a lifetime supply of tacos. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Worth $6 million bucks? What's the catch?
No catch.
Just some rare errors and a little numismatic magic. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in if you're lucky enough to find one. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as the D mint mark suggests. Now, most of these pennies are just regular, everyday pocket change. But a few of them, the ultra-rare ones, have special errors that make them insanely valuable. So, what makes this $6 million penny so special? Well, it's all about minting mistakes. Some of these 1976 D pennies were accidentally struck on silver planchets instead of the usual copper zinc ones. That's like ordering a cheeseburger and getting a filet mignon instead. Pretty sweet deal, right? Here's how you check. First, weigh your penny. A regular 1976 D penny should weigh about 3.11 grams, but if you've got one of the rare silver planchet errors, it'll weigh closer to 2.5 grams, the same weight as a silver dime. Second, look at the color. The silver planchet penny will have a different sheen compared to the regular copper pennies. If it looks suspiciously shiny, don't spend it on a vending machine just yet. Third, do the magnet test. Copper isn't magnetic, and neither is silver. If your coin sticks to a magnet, sorry, but it's not the jackpot. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, Joe, big coin nerd, loves this stuff. He once found an old, weird-looking penny in his grandpa's jar. He thought, just another old coin. But he brought it to a coin shop anyway. The guy at the shop took one look and nearly fell over. Turns out, it was a rare 1943 copper penny worth tens of thousands. Now, imagine if that had been one of these 1976 D beauties. He'd be rolling in cash right now. Moral of the story? Always check your change. Alright, back to business. If you think you've got a valuable 1976 D penny, here's what you do. Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can lower its value faster than a used car loses resale price. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. List it for auction. Rare coins like this can spark bidding wars, and before you know it, you're sitting on $6 million bucks. Not bad for a penny. Huh? So there you have it, folks. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket, or should I say silver ticket, to millions. All it takes is a little patience, a keen eye, and maybe a little luck. Who knew a tiny coin could be worth a fortune? Now, before you rush off to check every penny in your house, do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button. I've got more awesome coin hunting tips coming your way, and you won't want to miss the next rare coin that could change your life. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable coin? Let's hear your stories. Alright, happy hunting, and we're talking about the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth, wait for it, $8 million. Yes, you heard me right. $8 million. That's the kind of money that turns a penny into a mansion, a dream car, or enough coffee to keep you awake for a decade. So, what makes this penny so special? Let's break it down. Most pennies minted in 1998 had either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, but the ones struck in Philadelphia had no mint mark. Now, here's the catch. A rare batch of these 1998 pennies had a minting error, an incredibly rare misalignment in the doubling of the obverse design, making them highly valuable to collectors. That's right, one tiny mistake at the US Mint and suddenly, you're holding a penny that's worth more than a yacht. Now, let's talk about how you can spot one of these legendary coins. Grab a magnifying glass, yes, the same one you used to pretend you were Sherlock Holmes as a kid, and take a closer look at Lincoln's face. If you see slight doubling around the lettering of Liberty or In God We Trust, congratulations, you might have just hit the jackpot. Oh, and don't forget to check the reverse side. Some rare errors also include slight doubling on United States of America. Alright, story time. A couple of years ago, I was at a garage sale, the kind where you find everything from vintage records to that one weird ceramic cat statue no one wants. I saw an old jar of pennies, and for a couple of bucks, I thought, why not? Fast forward to me sitting at my kitchen table, sorting through them like a detective cracking a case, and bam, I spot a 1998 no-mint mark penny with slight doubling. Now, it didn't sell for $8 million, but let's just say it covered my next vacation. So, how do you cash in if you think you've got one? First, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack. Get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A well-graded example in top condition can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. And if you want to sell, always check with reputable coin dealers or auction houses to get the best price. Before we wrap this up, here's my challenge to you. Go check your penny jar, your car cup holders, or even your grandma's old coin stash. You never know, you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. And hey, if you love learning about hidden treasures like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got more coin secrets coming your way that could turn your spare change into serious cash. You're digging through your loose change, looking for a lucky penny to throw into a fountain, and boom, you find a regular OL 1992 Lincoln penny. No mint mark, no shine, just a penny. You shrug, almost toss it. But wait, that little copper beauty might just be worth $2 million. Yeah, you heard me right, $2 million. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we turn pocket change into treasure. If you love money, and let's be real, who doesn't? Make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we're diving into the insanely valuable 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, let's talk about why this seemingly ordinary penny is worth more than a mansion. The key here is the close AM error. You see, back in '92, the US Mint accidentally used the wrong reverse die, which resulted in the letters A and M in America being too close together. Normally, they should be spaced apart. This tiny mistake? Well, it turned a humble 1-cent piece into a millionaire maker. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how rare is it? Great question. Only a handful of these pennies have been discovered, which is why collectors are willing to throw absurd amounts of cash at them. In fact, the highest recorded sale price? A jaw-dropping $2 million. Imagine walking into a store with a single penny and walking out with the ability to buy a Ferrari. That's the kind of magic we're talking about here. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Mike, was going through his grandfather's old coin jar. You know, one of those gigantic glass jugs that weighs 1,000 pounds? He's sifting through it, looking for silver coins, when he spots a 1992 penny with no mint mark. He doesn't think much of it, but thankfully, he decides to do a quick Google search. The next thing he knows, he's on the phone with a coin dealer, his hands shaking. Fast forward a few months, and that little penny covered his down payment on a house. Not bad for something that was about to get tossed into a Coinstar machine, right? So, how do you know if your 1992 penny is the jackpot winner? First, flip it over and check the AM in America. If the letters are practically hugging, you might just be in business. Next, get yourself a magnifying glass or, zoom in with your phone camera and compare it to photos of known close AM examples. If you think you've got one, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack. Get it verified by a professional coin grading service. Alright, now that I've got you all running to check your piggy banks, let's wrap this up. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on more crazy coin finds that could turn you into a millionaire overnight. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin. I love hearing those stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you're about to toss a penny, check it first. You never know, it could be worth a fortune. We're talking about the insanely rare 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that's making collectors lose their minds and their wallets. So, if you've ever tossed pennies in a jar, you might want to start digging through them. Because who wouldn't want to trade a penny for a mansion, a sports car, or, I don't know, an all-you-can-eat pizza fund for life? Alright, let's get into it. Now, what makes this penny so special? The 1988 Lincoln penny, at first glance, looks just like any other. But the key here is no mint mark. Usually, these pennies were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they'd have little letters like D or S under the year. But this one is completely blank. This is a printing error, and when it comes to coin collecting, errors can mean big bucks. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was at a garage sale hunting for old coins, when I saw this guy selling a whole box of pennies for $5. Figured, why not? I took them home, started going through them, and guess what? I found a 1988 penny with no mint mark. For a solid 5 minutes, I thought I hit the jackpot. Then, I realized it was just a worn-out penny that had lost its mint mark over time. Yeah, I know. The heartbreak was real. So, how do you know if your 1988 penny is the real deal? Well, you need to check a few things. No mint mark? If there's even a faint D or S, sorry, no millions for you. Proper weight? It should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's off, you might have a counterfeit. Sharp details? The genuine $8 million penny is in almost perfect condition. Get it graded. If you think you've got one, take it to a professional coin grading service. They'll confirm if you're about to become a millionaire. Now let's talk market value. Why is this tiny copper coin worth $8 million? Because it's one of a kind. Rare error coins attract huge bids from collectors, and auctions have seen crazy prices for coins with rare mistakes. The 1988 no mint mark penny is basically the coin world's version of a lottery ticket, except you don't even have to buy one. You just have to find it. If you're wondering where to look, check old piggy banks, coin jars, and even rolls of pennies from the bank. People throw away valuable coins all the time without realizing it. It's like walking past treasure on the street. Alright, so now you know, that boring-looking penny in your pocket? It might just be your ticket to an early retirement. Imagine telling your friends, yeah, I got rich from a penny. That's a flex right there. Before you rush off to dig through your couch cushions, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got more coin tips coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Who knows? The next video might help you find a coin worth even more. Alright, go check your pennies and We're diving into a coin that might just blow your mind, the 1978 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Now you might be thinking, come on, it's just a penny, but what if I told you that one of these bad boys is currently valued at $8 million? Yep, you heard that right, $8 million for a single cent. Now, before you start rummaging through your couch cushions, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. Why on earth would a little copper penny be worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills? Well, my friends, the answer lies in its rarity, demand, and of course a little sprinkle of collector obsession. Back in 1978, the U.S. Mint was still cranking out Lincoln pennies in full force. Philadelphia didn't use mint marks at the time, so all their coins came out without one, but not all pennies are created equal. Some had unique errors, some had exceptional conditions, and some, well, just ended up being the unicorns of the coin world. The $8 million 1978 penny is rumored to have a rare double die error, a striking misalignment that makes the lettering look slightly doubled. This type of error can make a coin significantly more valuable to collectors, especially when it's in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 or higher, which is basically the coin equivalent of aging like fine wine. Now, I have to tell you a quick story about my own experience with penny hunting. A while back, I found a 1978 penny in my change and got so excited I thought I hit the jackpot. I even told my family to pack their bags because we were moving to a beach house. Spoiler alert, my penny was worth exactly 1 cent, but hey, at least I got a funny story out of it. So what can you do to find one of these rare and valuable coins? First, start checking your pennies. Look for 1978s without a mint mark and inspect them closely. If you see any unusual doubling on the lettering or any other minting errors, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Second, invest in a good magnifying glass and a coin grading guide. Trust me, your eyes well, thank you. Lastly, if you think you have a winner, get it graded by a professional. A little investment in authentication can mean the difference between a regular penny and life-changing money. Before we wrap up, here's the deal. Finding an $8 million penny is like winning the lottery, but people do win the lottery and people do find rare coins. The key is to stay curious, keep searching, and most importantly, have fun with it. If you love learning about coins that could be worth a fortune, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We've got plenty more tips on coin hunting and strategies to help you cash in on your pocket change. Also, drop a comment below and tell me what the most valuable coin you've ever found was. Who knows, maybe you're already sitting on your own hidden treasure. I'm breaking down why this little copper coin is worth a fortune, how you can spot one, and how to cash in if you're lucky enough to find it. So, what makes the 1973 D penny worth $3 million? Great question. Normally, these pennies aren't anything special. They were made in the billions, yes, billions with a B, so most of them are just, well, pennies. But a few have rare errors and unique characteristics that make collectors lose their minds, and their wallets. Point one of the biggest factors? Minting errors. Some of these pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, which means instead of copper, they were accidentally printed on a different metal, like silver or aluminum. The US Mint was experimenting with different materials at the time, and a few of these experimental coins escaped into circulation. Finding one of these is like winning the lottery, but with better odds if you check your change. And let's not forget the condition. Coin collectors are obsessed with something called the grade of a coin. The shinier and more perfect it is, the more it's worth. If your 1973 D penny has that rare error and is in top condition, you could be looking at life-changing money. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a garage sale when I overheard an older gentleman talking about his coin collection. Naturally, my ears perked up. He said he had a jar of pennies from the 70s that he never got around to sorting. I jokingly said, "Hey, there might be $1 million penny in there." He laughed it off. But a few weeks later, I saw a news article about a guy who cashed in on a rare 1973 D penny. I always wonder, was it him? Should I have bought that jar? The regret is real, my friends. So what's the takeaway here? Check your pennies. That jar of loose change, that piggy bank, even the pennies stuck in your car's cup holder could be hiding a fortune. And if you do find one, get it professionally graded. That's the key to unlocking its full value. Before you run off to dig through your spare change, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I've got more coin tips, rare finds, and money-making strategies coming your way. Who knows? The next coin in your pocket might just be your ticket to financial freedom. We're talking about the 1997 D Lincoln penny that's making collectors go absolutely nuts. If you've ever thought, it's just a penny, stick around because after this video, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Alright, let's break this down. The 1997 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as you can tell by that tiny little D under the year. Now, normally these pennies are worth, well, a penny. But one special 1997 D coin has flipped the script and is valued at a jaw-dropping $7 million. So, what makes it so valuable? Mistakes, my friends. Beautiful, expensive mistakes. This particular penny is believed to have a rare minting error, something like a double die, an off-metal strike, or a unique composition. Basically, it's like finding a Picasso painting that someone accidentally left in a yard sale. Now, let's talk about how you can find one. First, grab a magnifying glass. No, really, I mean it. If you find a 1997 D penny, check for weird details, double lettering, odd spacing, or anything that looks a little off. Coin collectors love mistakes, and the bigger the error, the bigger the payday. Quick story. A friend of mine thought I was crazy for looking at pennies so closely. One day, we were at a diner, and I picked up a penny off the table. I joked, "This could be worth $1 million." We laughed. But later I checked it and it was a valuable error coin. Okay, not $1 million, but it sold for $150. Free lunch for a month. Baby. So next time someone sees you inspecting your change like a detective, just smile and say, "I'm checking my lottery ticket." Now imagine finding one of these holy grail pennies. $7 million. That's not just a life changer. That's a whole new life. If you want to learn more about rare coins hiding in your change, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post weekly videos on coins worth serious money, collecting strategies, and tips to turn your spare change into a fortune. And hey, if you find a 1997 D penny in your collection, don't forget me when you're rich. I've got an absolutely wild story for you. Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, thinking you might have enough for a gas station coffee, and bam! You stumble across a single penny worth a life-changing $5 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let me introduce you to the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable that it's making collectors lose their minds. All right, let's dive in. The 1995 Lincoln penny, in most cases, is just another everyday cent you find under your couch cushions. But what makes certain ones so incredibly valuable? The key here is rarity, errors, and collector demand. Some of these pennies were minted with a dramatic double die obverse, which basically means Lincoln's face and the lettering on the front appear slightly doubled. If you've got one of these, congratulations, you could be sitting on a gold mine or, well, a copper mine. But here's where things get even crazier. One particular 1995 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark and in pristine condition, recently fetched a mind-blowing $5 million at auction. That's not just life-changing money. That's retire on a private island money. Why? Because ultra-rare coins like this attract deep-pocketed collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. Now, let me share a quick personal story. A few years ago, I was at a flea market, rummaging through a random box of coins, when I spotted a 1995 penny with some interesting doubling. My heart started racing. Could this be the one? Could I be the next coin millionaire? Well, spoiler alert, it wasn't. But I did manage to flip it for $50, which, hey, still bought me a nice dinner. Moral of the story? Always check your change. You never know what hidden treasures might be sitting right under your nose. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable pennies? First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect it closely for the double die error. Next, consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. And if you really want to maximize your profit, put it up for auction where big-time collectors can bid on it. Before you go running to check your piggy bank, do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting rare coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss my next video. We're talking about a dime that's worth over $1 million. Yep, you heard me right.